from the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
3rd and long for Rivers. That's out to his running back, Michel. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They begin with Henry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He gets it to Thomas. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Ooh, with a juke. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
180.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Rivers looking sideline, incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Black 15.
59. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Check. 80 hot.
On first down, Michel And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
They'll run it again with Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Second and 14. And Thomas has it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Rivers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Mike, 180, 380.
Rivers now to throw on first down. To Michel on the dump off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Off the draw, here's Michel. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Rivers on first down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Rivers. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
89. Wait, 89.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often. Line, isn't it? Because sometimes...
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll drop to throw. Able to find Isabella. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Go.
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker, and he is going to get this one. Now Rivers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. And here we go.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they...
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home in this zone. When you feel this word in my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part. But them LeBron.
You have an injury from the last game. See how long they'll be out.
I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart.
Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.
Take it higher, that's a God. On my heart, no, I give it all up.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, another loss. GPS, another loss. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they, no, they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they, no, they taking notice.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you say that you...
Oh, Henry! It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago. It'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With that, let's get up to Atlanta. We're standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Play action. It's Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. That one complete to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. First down, Bridgewater. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the comebacker. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right?
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. And they have forced now 4 turnovers, Mr. Davis. How have they been so effective?
It's hard to get a read on them if you're on offense because they're coming from different angles, different formations, different looks. But bottom line is, if I'm the defensive coordinator, anything on my play sheet appears to be working right now. You point it out all the time when we call games. Once they get that first one, becomes a frenzy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's snowballed here in this one. They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Corey Davis, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So they only...